Good evening, Husam Al Sharif. Today, 24 September 2025. I wanted to send this message to the officers who I spoke with today in the department area, and I am thankful for the opportunity, also for the involvement of the officers from the radio. I understand this is taken serious and again expected that I noticed that it was known by them that I'm coming, so this is satisfying, and it makes the situation a little bit better in my awareness, in my understanding. Yet I would explain and repeat my opinion to you and to your colleague that this is better spoken with you in an official conversation than in the current situation, than in this location in particular. Because here, when something is spoken like this, for example, what has happened in your city under your authority, that the two security people fixed the appointment with a frauder, matched frauder with makeup works. And this is a person indeed committing strafbar fate, regardless the emotional damage and the shock that the situation could provoke. But this is a person who is doing that protected by powerful people in a powerful function, and nobody can stop them but you in your city. So it is nonsense to speak the problem with your colleague, for example, or to leave it to your colleague. This is one point. Second point, speaking such a case in a place like this, though the whole referral, as I explained, and as I hope you know, all fixed with only one goal, just turning this. That was the task, actually, according to my understanding of the whole thing, is to compromise the reports once it is spoken with you. But when this case is spoken here, then it would take different meanings, different understandings, different misinterpretations. It happened once that, I'm speaking about switching passports. They wrote Mensa verwisseling, switching people. Just makes some funny interpretations that, they make it as a joke. The suffering of a person, a criminal act, was turned into a joke, for example. This could happen in this place, though with all respect to your colleague, other colleague who would work with me here, for example, who in this colleague I never met with, and I could not meet him, I could not speak to him. So this is the second. The third incident it did not involve makeup works. It was total impersonation. So this cannot be seen by you. This cannot be evaluated, but by the same person who witnessed the incident and who knows the person, the victim. And the use of the security equipment also in this location, for example. This brings some concerns because I'm also located here, and it is common sense when they are doing that with another person, they are doing that again with me. This is the third point. The fourth point, and I'm noticing this issue since a while, and I wrote it complaining about, by your authority itself, I've noticed that as if my appointment was stolen. That was 2022. And I wrote the police, I wrote the authorities, I'm getting frequently junky appointment, like useless appointment, and the response is always negative. And I'm even given a paper, useless paper, And that's happened also with a complaint coordinator uh, in Apeldoorn administration at question of the chief police at that time, mevrouw Knoll, and yeah, it was treated like nothing. And I noticed the dates. There was difference between the date that I met the coordinator, the Heer Kees Po, and the date which was he stated in his report. It was one day before. So this is happening, and when it's happening in this context, on this level, I cannot change thing. I cannot. I'm only one person. I cannot change the world. This is administration, police administration, and things. So that was my impression that time. Also noticed once again with an ambulance referral, also the same issue. It was recorded on a date, but it happened in another date. So this is concerning because by involvement of security power influence, the frauder in this case, he won't fear anything. He will do this, whatever he do, regardless anything. He is protected. Security. This is on one side. On another side, the last incident, the person was in my home, and he did something to let me know that I was in your home. You could not, and you would not be able to see this. So again, this cannot solve, but inside the office. When I'm inside your office, sitting with you on a table, you question it. There is a questioning, and then it is different than, for example, outside when the frauder can have more freedom, also more protection to do whatever he wants to do. And nobody, not you, wish to see his beloved ones, your beloved ones, getting harmed in a way. And I know I made mistakes, and I'm afraid to make mistakes, because when I try to help someone, maybe I may harm him. So this is first, you are the first people who I should speak with, and I'm trying this since 2022, and in the end I was worried. So anyway, I tried this in Germany too. So this is happening since long time. 2022 first, it was the problem began with Madame Hanneke Arts, who I thought she cannot be an agent. There was, even the names were matched in a way. There was something not normal with this. Then this not recorded on the computer damaged everything. 1 year without any access to you, to official conversation. But today I see the situation is different. I see involvement from the higher guys on the radio. I see follow up. But again, I have to warn you, be careful what you been informed and what or whom you are going to meet with. And in this relation, today, for example, I had a conversation with so-called PVP to solve this issue. We spoke about issues, and I understood that the impression that the police doesn't have fingerprints of all the people. About me and my family members, brothers, your authorities have the fingerprints, and in this personal case, it's important that you control the fingerprints, no matter, even in every, should be in every appointment even. And I speak after follow-up, and I won't get much about this, but what I warn you that, yeah, this is different in, for example, my brothers, because they all have in the database in Germany. It was in at the same moment they were able to check everything and know everything about me, my biometric history, everything. He is also on your system, on your administration. So unlike the impression which I hear today, no, you have everything, and this is important in this specific case. At the end, I would refer to a quote, in a known quote. I heard it from a mentor of mine before he died. He said, if you want to kill the ID, if you want to kill the identity, dissolve it. And this is exactly what they do, what they did. This is exactly what has happened. They made some crooked impersonation works known and claimed to be known, then followed by a real impersonation work, but that cannot be seen, cannot be known. And frequently, the use of bank accounts and links, and so these could and may used against the victims themselves. So again, after this conversation about fingerprints, about how we prove that, about the evidence, this can be proven easily. And when you do that, you do it carefully, because when you have the victim, he needs your protection. It's not just enough to just do it like this and let him go. The victim can have children outside, and can also be blackmailed or hurt. I suffered a lot of blackmail, and I wish that this was done for a good. Instead of having 4 brothers, if I had 8 brothers, this would be nice, would be a very great thing. But this is harmful. What is going on is harmful, and they are taking this seriously, very seriously. They try to convince me in a very convincing way that, yeah, I'm the person using the security equipment. The match in details, this is not for a reason. Well, this could tell one thing, as I explained to you, identity theft. But why would someone steal the idea of a normal person? Of course, away from any financial motive, away from revenge, maybe of something. This tells also one thing: when the person is excluded, his identities and documents are taken, then this means that there is intention of this. And in my situation, for example, I expect, if this happened, I expect worse things to happen. So I won't get long into this, but I wanted to send this message, and I hope, and as I asked you, please, to follow this. Good night.